All right, here we go with your national days of the week. Starting with tomorrow, mañana, Monday, the segundo of Marcio. We're going to go with National Rescue Cat Day. I wouldn't normally do a rescue cat day because I've evolved into a dog person. I'm an amazing dog dad. But a friend of mine is a cat person. So when I saw National Cat Rescue Day, I thought of him. And because of him, I figured I'd highlight Rescue Cat Day. I don't really know if you need to rescue cats. They're pretty good on their own. You know, I never seen a cat in the wild that was struggling. Like they know how to hunt, they know how to shelter and protect themselves. Like my cat, many years ago, his name was Polaris. I had two cats. I had gotten a kitten, and his name was Poseidon. And then I got another cat that was a rescue cat. I named him Polaris. All black, big boy, terrifying. He made sounds cats aren't supposed to make because he had been living on his own in the wild, and we got him, and we had to, you know, uh, we keep him, and then after a certain amount of time, we have to take him and get the big green needle. He was such a good cat. He was so nice. He was so nice. So we didn't. I took him home. And now, mind you, I had already gotten a little kitten. And now I got this giant cat that either I take the giant cat home or it gets the big green needle. So I took the giant cat home, and he saw the little kitten, and apparently he was threatened by the little kitten, and he made sounds like I've never heard before. I didn't know it was deep. It was guttural. These were animalistic, to say the least. It was terrifying. We slept with the lights on that night, behind a locked door, with the kitten with us, because I was afraid of this creature that I brought into my home. That's my rescue cat story. I rescued a cat, and he lived a very long time, and he was an amazing cat. He was just initially quite terrifying. I miss him. If you've got it in your heart and you don't currently have an animal, get you a cat. Get you a cat on March the 2nd. National Rescue Cat Day. I think that went well. That was a good one. Ooh. Yes, we are definitely doing that. Tuesday, March the 3rd is National Cold Cuts Day. I don't mess around with the cold cuts, okay? I got simple taste. I like the finer things in life. Give me some mortadella and give me some gabagool, okay? A little mortadella, a little gabagool, maybe some mats. You give me those three things on some good pan, on some good bread. I don't need nothing else. Possibile un pomodoro, a little tomato. You got the juicy cheese and mozzarella and mortadella and gabagool. Ooh-wee. What is your favorite cold cut? What do you have a go-to? Do you like the oven roasted hams? Do you like the oven roasted turkey or oven smoked turkey or whatever the heck they call it? Hey, they got all the things. I like a good pastrami. I love a good pastrami. Some roast beef. Yeah, I can go with some roast beef. It all depends on what's on sale. When I go to the counter of the deli, I'm looking for mortadella. I'm looking for gabagool. That's it. That's all I'm looking for. But I mean, if the pastrami's on sale, or if there's roast beef at a discounted price, I can enjoy that. I do like a nice hot roast beef sandwich. Oh God, I don't eat the cold cuts as much as I would like. If I could eat the cold cuts as much as I liked, I would eat them every day. It would just be I can't. I can't eat them every day, and even if I could eat them every day, I have to pay the tax because nothing gets Zeus's attention more than the sound of deli wrap. If it's anything wrapped in deli wrap, man, he hears that. It doesn't matter where he is. He comes a running because that boy knows. He knows his sounds, and deli wrap is definitely. How do you call your dog without calling your dog? That's how you do it. Jessica, T-Bone likes meat. Pick out your favorite cold cut. On Tuesday, March the 3rd, National Cold Cuts Day. To the comments, James, he like the pepperoni, but he likes it thin sliced. Yeah, pepperoni is only good thin sliced. It does not taste good. Thick pepperoni doesn't taste good. Neither does salam or any of the cured meats. A thick cut of them, just it's not good. It's wrong. So wrong. Yes, I like meats, and Jessica also likes a pepperoni. She likes the salam. She likes the smoked ham and a provolone. That sounds like a tasty, delightful sandwich right there. A little pepperoni, a little salam, a little smoked ham, and some provolone. I like my cheese wet and juicy. I like a nice wet mozzarella because you don't need if you got mortadella, you got a little gabagool, you got some wet mozz and some pomodoro. You got all the ingredients for a freaking fantastic sandwich that requires no further accoutrements. You don't need to add no mayonnaise, no horseradish, no Chick-fil-A sauce. You don't need to do any of that. Because you got all the moisture that you need in a good sandwich. I really want to go eat some right now. I do like my beets lumpy, though, he says. I'm sure he meant meats. La, la, la. Let's do this. Wednesday, March the 4th. Oh, may the 4th be with you. No, that's May. March of the 4th to be with you. Wednesday, March the 4th is National Pound Cake Day. I've always been confused by pound cake. You know why? Because it doesn't frickin' weigh a pound, okay? It's not heavy. It's kind of fluffy and light and delicious and an excellent delivery vehicle for other ingredients. Because no one eats just pound cake. Here, you want some pound cake? No. Here, you want some pound cake with other things on it? Yes, that I do want. What are some of the best pound cake accoutrements? Strawberries, whipped cream. Strawberries and whipped cream. You put that on top of a pound cake, life is good. Or anything. Anything on top of a pound cake makes pound cake better. And Cool Whip makes pound cake better also. But I've never understood why it was called pound cake. Maybe I got the wrong sample size. Maybe the size that I received was not a pound. It was a portion of a pound that originally was made with. I don't know. All I know is it's squishy and it's tasty and it is an excellent delivery vehicle for other things. So on Wednesday, March the 4th, have yourself a pound cake on National Pound Cake Day. Thursday, yes, back on track. Thursday, March the 5th, is National Multiple Personality Day. Yeah, National Multiple Personality Day. Now, I don't know a lot of people who've got multiple personality disorder, but I know a lot of people with multiple personalities. You know, the kind, gentle person one day and then evil, horrible person the next minute. What if Thursday, March the 5th, on National Multiple Personality Day, you had an extra personality? Huh? Huh? You know, curate it. Think about it. What is it going to be? You want to be something different than norm. So how are you going to do that? Huh? I'm going to be a guy with a giant sore on his lip guy. Yeah, right there. I see it. It hurts like you wouldn't believe. Because I don't know how to leave things alone. And I just pick at it and pull the hairs out of it. And it was like a zit. And I couldn't leave it alone. So now I got a scar, which defines me, which is my alternate personality, that I will be celebrating on Thursday, March the 5th. National Multiple Personality Day. Friday, March the 6th, is National Oreo Cookie Day. There is very little discussion when it comes to how you eat an Oreo. Obviously, I'm not eating Oreo cookies. But if an Oreo cookie were to find itself in front of me, it's going to get ate, okay? It's going to get ate. That's all there is to it. And the way I see. And the way you eat an Oreo cookie, you can disagree all you want. You can lie and say that you don't do this, but this is the only way to eat an Oreo cookie. You pop it in half. You suck the filling out of it, and then you eat the cookie. That's how you do it. I didn't make the rules. I'm not the one who said this is the way it has to be, but that is the way it has to be. You crack open an Oreo cookie, you eat the white fluffy center, and then you eat the cookie. I don't know why. I tell you why. Because if you eat the cookie like it's a cookie, it don't taste right. Chocolate cookie, good. White fluffy center, good. Biting through chocolate cookie, chocolate on chocolate into white fluffy center, not so good. And not as good as you think it should be, or would be. I will say, no one needs a running count, James. I will say that if you dip the cookie into milk, it's perfect. The only way to eat an Oreo cookie without snapping it in half and sucking the white out of it and then eating the cookie, the only way to do that is if you take a whole cookie, unadulterated, and you dip that in ice cold milk, and then you eat it. Now we're talking. Now we are talking really, really good cookie. But I don't eat the Oreos that much. But again, on Friday, March the 6th, if an Oreo cookie finds its way in front of me, it's going to get ate. It's going to get ate. And I hope it does for you too on Friday, March the 6th, National Oreo Cookie Day. Saturday, March the 7th, is National Sorrel Day. Sorrel. You like the sorrel? As a child, I loved cereal. I don't eat it much as an adult. The only cereal I would normally eat as an adult was the burpee kind. Apparently, what the heck? Grape nuts. I loved grape nuts because it was crunchy and tasty and delicious. You didn't need to add anything to them. I know people that add sugar to their grape nuts. You didn't need to. You just need a bowl of milk and a bowl full of grape nuts, and you enjoy the heck out of those. When you're young, and you can, because as you get older, you get what I call old people teeth. And old people teeth and grape nuts do not mix well. You will break your teeth. You will break your teeth eating a breakfast cereal. So what kind of breakfast cereals do you like? I tell you, any of the ones that come with dehydrated fruit, like a special case strawberry, or anything that's a fruit thing, and then you put the milk in, and then the fruit rehydrates. I like those. And as long as they're not too hard on my teethuses, I will eat those. I don't eat a lot of cereal, but I really do want to go back to the days of yore. I sure would like some Boo Berry, or some Count Chocula, or some Frankenstein. Those were. I mean, they got. What was the one that Calvin and Hobbes ate all the time? Chocolate covered sugar bombs. Yes, give me some chocolate covered sugar bombs. I would. I would love those. And you know what? On Saturday, March the 7th, I'm going to find a way to put. I saw that. I'm going to find a way to put some cereal in my belly, because it's Saturday, March 7th, National Cereal Day. I call my cat the Principessa. I used to call her Putanesca because she was quick and a little, but the translation means someone a bit different for a woman. Frankenberry, yes. Honey Smacks, also good. Cinnamon brown sugar oatmeal, or the cinnamon toast crunch. Man, the people who made crack ain't got jack on the people that made cinnamon toast crunch. Cinnamon toast crunch, mooey delicious. Chocolate marshmallows, matey. Captain, what was the captain's name? Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch with the berries. Those were also good. Captain Crunch. Oh boy. That's too heavy for us. We're gonna do this one instead. Sunday, March the 8th is National Retro Video Game Day. Or All of the Games I Love Day. Because now they're all old and retro. I started with the Atari. I started with Pong. That was my very first video game that I ever played, and I went through all of them. I transitioned through the Genesis. Yeah, I remember Genesis, Sega Genesis, and all of the Nintendos, and eventually the stations of play. I went through all of them, and it's so silly, man. It's so silly thinking that all of the programming that went into making the games that we played in my youth, and now you can buy like a thumb drive that has all of them playable, So these were 16-bit games. They weren't stunning graphics. They weren't crazy, but you played them. for hours on end. You had a great time. I can't tell you how much I love Tecmo Bowl. How much I love Tecmo Bowl and the original Grand Theft Auto, where everything was an overhead view and you were always running over all of the hey. No, that's the wrong type. The the Buddhist monks. There was always a row of Buddhist monks that you would run over and kill all the Buddhist monks and get a prize. I loved that Grand Theft Auto. That was so cheesy. It was so cheesy, but I also loved Tecmo Bowl before football games got crazy. Like nowadays, they like expect you to know all of the things. But back then, you just got Bruce Smith, and he went through the 2-hole, and he sacked your quarterback every time. Or you got Randall Cunningham, who'd run all the way back to the end zone and throw a 175-yard touchdown pass, a completion every time. Or you got Bo Jackson. No one could stop Bo Jackson in Tecmo Bowl. I love that game. And if there was going to be a reason to play any retro games now, I would do that. But I mean, for me, ever since I started having health issues, I stopped playing video games. I had better things to do with my time than play video games. But I miss playing video games. I miss playing Call of Duty. But I'm old, and I got a PS4. And it still works. If I plugged it in, turned it on, it still works. Just I'm not buying a 5 or a 6 or a 7 or a 15 or whatever the heck it is now. And aren't they getting rid of one of the models? Aren't like Xbox? Isn't it going away for good? You losers put all your money into a gaming system, and now it's gone. Well, you can celebrate the games you used to play. On Sunday, March the 8th, National Retro Video Game Day. Sega!